violence and other kind of violence.
Guess what? I could be at work, at school, in my car, and I can still get shot by the police. But I can get shot anywhere.
So it is what it is.
What's good, YouTube? It's the Black Gen Z Mindset. Make sure you go ahead and like, comment, share, subscribe. Let's get into the video.
As long as I'm alive, it will be, okay?
No, is it something guaranteed? Do you have to push for it, or is it something like the law? Because what I'm saying is that you have to go for that.
The ladder is there. The ladder is there. Whether you have the balls and the grit to actually, in the hustle to actually climb up, it is up to you. It's up to everybody. That's why some people make it higher up the ladder and some people do not. That inequality is built into the damn system. But at least you have the ladder. Whether or not everybody makes it up, whether or not everybody is born poor and die rich, is up to every person's ability and motherfucking hustle. Okay, that's the way it fucking should be. And that's what it should be, because that's the natural law.
Okay, go ahead, Martin. We got the new
people. But wait. As only 12% of the population, as only 12% of 14% of the population, it is not unreasonable to expect that all of us as Black Americans can rise up out of the lower social classes. That's not unreasonable to expect.
What has why hasn't that happened in the 500 years? Why hasn't that happened in the 500 years since we've been here?
Listen, it has happened in more in certain times in history more than it is going on right now. There were times in history where Black Americans owned a lot.
Why aren't we? Why?
There's why is probably worth another show's worth of argument, right?
Yeah,
but it is. The reasons why are many, right? The reasons why are many. But listen, in order for one individual to elevate himself out of the lower echelons into the higher echelons requires being active in the entrepreneurial structure, okay, to be employers. And so this is what I wish for all of my people, that we are not always looking to McDonald's for a fucking job, but that we are employers ourselves. The Jews are a race of employers.
Go ahead, man. Tomorrow we got to see new people.
Okay, I have a question for you, Mr. Get rid of the minimum wage guy.
Yes, sir.
Were there a majority of middle class families in America created before the minimum wage existed or after?
Black, there were more.
Sir, it's a yes or no question. Before or after, no rambling. Just answer the question.
What are you saying?
I will ask the question again. It requires a yes or no answer.
Right.
Okay, the question is, before there was a minimum wage.
And we're saying what, 1970?
Sir, I'm not even done. Not even done with the question. Okay. Because this question is going to destroy your entire argument.
Okay.
Before there was a minimum wage, were there more middle class families or less?
I would say more. Let me explain why. No, you're talking about 1970. I'm 57 years old, sir. You're talking about the year 1970. In 1970, my father was a carpenter and was able to send me and my brothers. Oh, okay, well, 1938. Okay, well, and what was the minimum wage? What was the minimum wage up until?
Listen, man.
No, I'm just saying it was created in 1938 under the Fair Labor Standards Act.
Okay. And what were the demographics with regard to middle class housing?
Sir, there would be no need for a minimum wage if the entire system worked based on the labor and the wage pool. There would be no need for a minimum wage if everything worked. They had to have come up with a minimum wage because everything didn't work. I know you can't ramble your way out of that shit. It's just fact.
There's no rambling, comrade. Please continue.
No, there is nothing to continue. It destroyed your entire point. You're just a cheap wage labor dude, and we don't need
No.
We need more actual. Okay, there's two sides to this argument. There is profit sharing, and there is trying to take every dime home that come through the business.
No, there's those who are in favor of Black people being entrepreneurs, and those who are thinking that we will always occupy the labor classes.
No, okay, no. Let me go to that because you did say you wanted to pay your people $10 instead of paying them $15. You did say that.
No, I want us as
what he's trying to say is he's trying to say that he's trying to pay the most amount of people.
No.
He's trying to say that he's trying to pay. And that makes sense. Look,
the minimum wage law
that's
not stopping them from doing that.
No, here's the thing, right? If you're like he said, when
you can hire another person. Like
when you have a finite revenue, when you have a finite revenue, and you're trying to pay the most amount of people,
make more money. Make more money.
Of course, you can pay more money, but
increase revenue. Increase the revenue
for a particular fiscal year, Ramil. For a particular fiscal year, when you already
you're not ready to do that. They got nothing to do with the law. If you don't have enough money to hire more people,
when you are working with a finite amount of revenue, but you already have people who are working for you, yes, you can do an internship. You can do it. Let's be clear what we're trying to talk about.
You're not making enough money.
Let's be clear. We're trying to talk about what we're trying to talk about is how do you get the most amount of people working for you and still pay them something? All right, because this gentleman wants to pay his workers. All right, so if you're limiting yourself to not having any internships, if you're limiting yourself to not having any internships, if you're limiting yourself to you must pay these people because you feel obligated to pay them something.
So the ones who are working there now, it's cool.
One thing that you could do is if you didn't have a minimum wage, you could just go through and negotiate how much you'd be willing to pay these people. But since we have a minimum wage, the way that you would get around that, like MOT was saying, is you could do a multi-member LLC and just distribute funds through profit sharing to your shareholders because there's no limit on what you could do in that case.
I understand. Right? Basically, what you're saying is you don't have enough money to hire more people.
No, what I'm saying is
you're blaming the law for that. You're blaming
what I'm saying is you can work around it. What I'm saying is you can work around it.
He want minimum wage done for so he can pay the people less. That's what he said.
What I'm saying is you don't have to get rid of the minimum wage.
He's absolutely right.
What I'm trying to say is you don't necessarily have to get rid of the minimum wage to do what he's trying to do, because I don't have a problem with the minimum wage, but when people say that the minimum wage is stopping them from doing what they're trying to do, like employing a certain amount of people, what I hear when I see that is a lack of imagination, a lack of creativity, a lack of understanding the tax code that exists. Because if you're talking about the free market this, the free market that, we don't have a free market. We all know that. Okay, right. And trying to liberate black people through the free market, the white man's free market, is an L anyway. That's a dub. Okay, so whatever system that you're going to work with, you got to find a way to actually work with the tax code to try and figure out what you're trying to do. So whether you got a minimum wage or not, that shouldn't stop you from employing black people in the way that you want to do it. That's my criticism there.
I understand internships, brother. I've worked the internship system.
No, even if you're not doing internships, if you're obligated to pay these black people because you want to give back to your community, I feel you. But you can still do that through doing multi-members LLCs, through doing distributions for your shareholders. There's a way to do this, all right, that you just haven't considered. That's all I'm saying.
I think you guys thought about this, though. If you lower people's wages, right? And then if people have to pay for their rent, their milk, their gas, all these things that they're already struggling with.
No, but that's what I'm saying.
And remember, the government can't just say, all right, I'm going to reduce your mortgage so people can afford to pay your mortgage. It wouldn't work. America would just be out of here. That's it.
They're going to go to where the money is at.
This is what allows
the money. People thinking that you're supposed to spend your entire life working at McDonald's and pay your mortgage with that shit. That's not that a high school student is supposed to have. Supposed to outgrow those jobs.
Look, this is the issue. Okay. Everybody is overlooking the fact that the minimum wage really hasn't gone up. The only thing that it's doing is adjusting for the CPI. It's adjusting for inflation. So the reason why they keep raising the minimum wage is because the value of the dollar has been lowered. So the minimum wage is just reacting to the market. So it's not.
I'm here on the corner of MLK and Frederick Douglass, where a shooting just took place. And as you can see, it's a pretty rough area. So I'm basically risking my life reporting on this madness. So make sure you do me a favor and hit the subscribe button. Like the video, hell, share the video. And make sure you go ahead and leave a comment down in the comments section to continue the discussion on how we can find solutions to all this son violence in the streets. I'm Jenquavius Jackson, here live, reporting from Atlanta, Georgia, BGZM News 17.
Not that there's been a huge increase in the minimum wage. It's just the value of the dollar has decreased, so you have to pay more people to make up for that loss. Now, when it comes to the whole minimum wage issue, the minimum wage is a constraint on employers. That's all it is.
It is not a constraint on employers.
No, it is
a barrier of entry higher for those of us who want to be entrepreneurs.
It isn't. I keep telling you that it isn't. Because let's say you got rid of the minimum wage. How are you going to get somebody to drive a truck for $500 or $600 a week unless they're in the South or they're from China over here?
You know how?
Because you're going to have to compete against the other guys who hire truck drivers.
I know.
That's all.
So you keep acting like you don't understand competition, but then you want to get rid of the minimum wage. Like,
no, I want to get rid of the minimum wage law, and I do understand because I understand competition. That's the point.
Listen. I'm not trying to hire people for a cheap wage. I'm trying to deal with people from a skilled labor standpoint. You'll never catch minimum wage coming out of my fucking mouth for nothing. I'm not trying to deal with minimum wage people in minimum wage circumstances. I'm not trying to employ 30, 40, and 50, 60-year-old motherfuckers who want to work for $8, $9 a goddamn hour. Those people are lost fucking cause. You shouldn't be concentrated.
That's not true.
We gotta fucking skill up. I don't give a fuck about those people. See, the problem is.
Your problem.
Okay. Let me tell you why I don't give a fuck about those people. Let me tell you. You fucking scam artists keep fucking giving hope to these non-serves. Let me finish. Then you can respond. Let me respond. The problem is, these people don't need your fucking voice. They need to be humiliated the fuck out of for being at the fucking bottom and arguing about some fucking minimum wage. We could have skilled up 50 fucking years ago, but these motherfuckers decided to give kids, specifically the women, who would fuck up their goddamn kids.
Facts.
We know what the fuck we should have been at a long fucking time ago. Now, what you want to do is you want to give these motherfuckers some hope, like give these motherfuckers minimum wage job.
Ramel, I want to say something
Skill
real
up
quick.
or fucking die.
No.
Skill up or
Ramel,
die.
can I say something real quick?
Hold on. There's always going to be lower skilled employees in the market, bro. There are people.
That's what the immigrants should. That's
no. It's not just for immigrants. It's not just for immigrants. It could go in so many different ways. There are disabled people who can't do certain physical labor jobs. They
special
still need
circumstances.
work.
Black people should not be competing with immigrants at the bottom of the job.
That's what I'm saying.
We've been here for so fucking long. We still competing with these niggas for farming. Y'all niggas talking about niggas who want to pick strawberries. Y'all still trying to pick strawberries out in this bitch.
I'm just saying that the minimum wage is fucking the game up. That's what I'm saying.
Let me say something about that.
Once you become an employer,
y'all competing with these niggas for maid jobs and being in fucking. Come on, man. We should be
real quick. Still thinking like an employee.
You think the Asians out here? You think the Asians out here worried about niggas who picking strawberries and the corn and shit? You think
can I say something about that real quick?
You think the Arabs worried about? Oh, they gonna take the strawberry picking jobs? We've been here for 500 years, still worried about these niggas taking these low ass jobs. That don't make no sense.
No.
I ain't worried about no nigga want to come over here and pick a blueberries and shit.
The Asians are coming here and building their own businesses, bro.
We don't have our own shit no more. That's the thing. It doesn't matter. Listen. It doesn't matter about who's coming over here picking motherfucking strawberries. We know we're not gonna do that. Yes.
So what's the problem? Why y'all worried about take away jobs? That's where they go.
Until we buy strawberry farms.
Okay, stop. Ramel, if somebody black had the same kind of business that you need, will you go to him and hire him, or will you hire the cheap Mexican labor?
The cheap Mexican.
The business is gonna hire the cheap labor because niggas ain't gonna want to do it anyway. Why is niggas? I understand why is niggas still worried about these low ass jobs? 500 years after. Go ahead, BitChute. Go ahead.
We need them. We need them.
We don't be doing them. We should not be at that level this late in the game.
Listen up.
Let me answer that.
Listen up, though. Hold on. You gotta start somewhere.
Exactly. Becoming an entrepreneur. Becoming an
Go ahead. Let Black Gen. Hold on. Black Gen Z. Go ahead. Black Gen Z. Go ahead.
As a young man, you gotta start somewhere, and the minimum wage inhibits a lot of those low skill workers to even get in the market. So Yes,
man.
That's the reality.
Ramel, let me say something.
Because you're raising a wage for a person that is not worth that amount of money.
Thank you. Ramel, let me say something.
Now you're speaking logically. Niggas should not be worried about jobs at the bottom, worried about.
Thank you. Ramel, let me say something.
When you were in high school.
Even if you were in high school, you should not be worried about. I mean, dog, at this point, we've been in this country. We've been in this country for fucking 500 years.
Bro, I worked at Steak and Shake.
Nigga, I got a felony. I'll tell you right now, I've never ever worked no fucking picking strawberry. I never had to compete with these.
What I'm saying is that those are only people who I do have remorse for, because those people actually do want to move to a better shit, but the system.
And even then, they get on their hustle. Them niggas get on their hustle if they don't go back to jail.
Well, Ramel,
would you buy a farm? Would you buy a vineyard? Would you buy a farm?
Where I absolutely agree with you is that these niggas are lazy. First of all, no black man should be worried about no fucking minimum wage job. Those jobs are for high school students, and those jobs are for
illegals who coming over here starting from nothing.
Those jobs are for high school students, and those jobs are for older people and invalids. But let me explain something. One of the things that none of y'all mentioned is taxation. The difference between minimum wage jobs and hiring illegal Mexicans to do work under the table is that the government, the state and local government, isn't able to tax them. Those people take that money, they split some up, send it back home, and they take the rest, and they get rich off of it because unlike our stupid asses, we're busy working and we're paying fucking taxes. Minimum wage is a race to the fucking bottom. It inhibits businesses, forces them to pay. It's not free labor. But the bottom line is, I'll tell you what, I only had one minimum wage job in my life. I was working at Mobile Mart across the street from my high school.
Wait a minute. So how come the existence of minimum wage?
Because you got raising the price of
Excuse me. I was working across the street from my high school, and that job taught me that I need to work harder so that I could be the master of the universe that I am today.
All right, go ahead, MOT. What you saying, MOT?
Okay, Big Truck. Given what you just said, did the existence of a minimum wage, after you decided to get your shit together to be master of the universe, did that stop you from doing anything?
Did it stop me from doing anything? No.
No, better yet, let me ask you a question. Hold on, Big Truck.
Hold on, I'm answering this question. You know what it did do? What it did do is it made it so that I had fewer workers working on my same shift, meaning that I had to personally work harder because they didn't afford out of their budget to hire more people.
Right. Hold on, Big Truck. But I got to ask you a question. Were illegal immigrants also applying for that a threat on that job?
During that time, no. Illegal immigrants were no threat whatsoever.
Are they? I mean, I never seen an illegal working at a gas station.
Well, understand
behind the cashier. No, behind the cashier.
You know that I live in what y'all call a sanctuary state or sanctuary city. Illegal immigrants can still be illegal. They can get a tax ID, and then motherfuckers.
No, that's true. Yeah, you're right.
And now that you bring that up, they can get a tax ID and get on payroll.
In fact, Ramel, let me say this.
Does that mean they're paying taxes? Does that mean they're paying taxes?
They paying taxes because
they have a tax ID. But let me just say this real quick. One of the reasons for the housing crisis that they never talked about is the fact that there were a lot of illegal immigrants who had tax IDs who were getting themselves houses. Some of them were able to put enough of their friends and family in those houses to pay.
What's stopping black people from doing that? What's stopping black people from doing that same thing?
You know what's stopping black people? Black people
are the minimum wage.
And they're putting their money.
Exactly. They're trying about the minimum wage. That's what's stopping. They go straight from the field. Exactly. They go straight from the field of picking grapes to buying their own food truck, and they go directly from under minimum wage.
Why can't black people do that? What's stopping black people? What's stopping black people from? What's stopping black people? What's stopping black people from literally money pooling like they do?
Y'all Democrat, and y'all worried about the minimum wage.
Y'all got it.
It's simple.
Check this out.
You want a job?
Ramil, you're in Atlanta, right?
I'm back and forth between Chicago and Atlanta. Yeah.
But like
you don't want a business. You want a job.
They just passed a program that is giving single mother black woman $800 a month. That just decentivizes a lot of women. Not all. Some are going to use that and flip the check and do good for themselves. But it decentivizes them from actually going out in the workforce and working
for $800 a month. I'm not even worried about it. And $800.
Trifling.
Those are the people I'm not even talking about. Yo, I'm not.
Yourself, who's paying for that? You are.
The taxpayer. That's the problem.
I don't care about what women are doing.
You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. Like that.
You know what this country needs? This country needs a flat tax.
No.
Yeah. Okay, that's a whole other argument. My thing is this:
that's what I'm saying.
just because they gave a bitch $800 to not go to work, that even shows how even much at the bottom we are. Nigga, we've been here for 500 years. Like, come on, they got worried about. We should not be worried. Immigrants are coming in for the most part, getting the bottom. No, I'm just saying. Yeah, so immigrants are coming in, and for the most part, they're looking for the lowest of the low jobs for the lowest pay. Why the fuck are we like, hey, we should be hiring these niggas? That's the point we should be at. We should be like, yo, I work for hard shit. Why the fuck are we still worried about these niggas?
Remember, the simple reason for that is because the average black man right now is not positioned well enough to do
I understand, but that got nothing to do with the immigrants, man. Like, we should have been way above this. We should be the ones trying to hire them. We should be the ones trying to say, yeah, that's our labor class right there.
An employer.
That's where I'm at. That's where I'm at. That's why I don't give a fuck if they come in, because that's going to be more people I can hire.
Yeah, that's more people you can hire. But guess what puts you at risk of going to jail? Guess what?
Why would I go? What puts me
going to jail for hiring them? The minimum wage law.
What? Here we go.
No, it ain't.
Yeah.
I could pay the minimum wage. How about that? How about I pay the minimum wage? How about that? How about I pay them? I'll pay the $11. How about that?
A lot of these jobs are not worth minimum wage. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
This is what happens.
You're hiring them under the table, though.
The main
Stop trying to speak at the bottom of Black America.
We're not talking about the bottom of Black America.
I know. If you're talking about women and $800, you're talking about the bottom of Black America. If you're talking about minimum wage and all this shit, you're talking about the bottom barrel of Black America.
So, if you're saying let those blacks on the bottom, don't worry about them, let them die, would you run into a school to save them from a school shooter?
Damn.
What the fuck does it do?
Come on, now.
Hey,
trying to bring it.
Wouldn't take me an hour.
Yo, the main issue with immigration is that they're coming over here and getting more rights than us. That's the main issue.
What rights? Hold on. What rights do they have? What more rights do they have than you? I'm just curious.
Well, they come in here, they become a protected class.
Yeah.
Come on, rights. What legal rights do they have that you don't?
Being a protected class is a right.
That really depends on the state.
You are a U.S. citizen. You literally are protected by the police. We're not saying. I'm just saying you got the legal protection, equal protection under the law. What more legal rights do immigrants have than you? I'm
like protected in that school, though. Remember?
You talking about illegal?
Hey, man.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. When they
you ain't shit.
This is very easy. This is very easy.
When they came over here illegally. They inherited more rights than us.
What rights? What rights?
Why do you have the right to be here, bro? Like, they get shut the fuck out if they get caught.
Let him answer the question. What more legal rights do they have?
They're paying them for being separated from their families at the border. They have what you call sanctuary cities. They're coming over here.
They got all the baby formula.
They are paying them for separating out their families. They are. That's a reality.
The people had a court decision for a very specific group of people who's taking on a very specific group of circumstances.
Is that a federal program or a state program? That seems like it'd be state to state.
No, it's not state. Texas would never do that. Come on, stop.
Yeah, but California, I know, is a sanctuary state.
Hold on. Yeah. When you bring up these things, you have to know exactly what you're talking about because that's not.
Hold on. Go ahead, Black Gen Z. You said so they're paying them to be okay. So what about the people getting welfare, getting paid just to exist?
I mean,
that's the problem. That's the problem. Because
I'm just saying. You said they got more rights, but they pay. They do the same shit here. There's a lot of people, like you said, the bitches got $800, right? So I mean, they get the same rights. They pay people just to live here as well. So
and listen, because of natural selection,
you don't qualify for that program. So they are getting more rights than you.
What about the grants? What about the business grants? What about the grants?
The dumbest among us to reproduce.
There are some grants that you can file for.
That's not good.
But they're getting a lot more opportunities.
Yeah. What kind of opportunities are they getting that we don't have? To work in the strawberry field, the strawberry fields.
Nah, bro. Here's the thing, though. If you want to be honest about it, if they have to choose
Small
between
business
the nigga and the
loans.
Mexican, they gonna choose the Mexican, even if the quality of work was.
They're coming over
That's
here
why
and
I'm saying that
voting.
we're still
They're coming
focusing
over
on
here
people
and
that
voting.
Stigma that we
Not
got.
talking
Why do they choose the
Especially
voting.
because of the
conversation is over.
The work ethic.
I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why they hired the Mexican. I'll tell you why, nigga.
Wage.
Nigga, they work sun up to sundown. That's why. No, them niggas be working all fucking day. That's the fuck why.
Work ethic.
We can play dumb. We can play dumb all we want. Them niggas be working sun up, sun. Ain't no 8-hour work day. Them sun up, sundown. That's they work out.
They're getting more rights. They're voting.
I understand. But in today's time, though,
I'm gonna say this. I got both Mexicans and blacks who work for me, and my black dudes, they work hard, and they work hard as the Mexicans, if not even harder. So that shit is really like a myth.
Bullshit.
That's what I'm trying to say.
Why aren't niggas in them strawberry fields right now?
I don't know, but
Because of the minimum wage law.
But if
they're not, niggas aren't in strawberry fields because they're sitting on panels.
This motherfucker still on.
All right. Shout out to Jaquan. Jaquan says I'm making $2K to $2,500 a week with my CDL. I'm not worried at all. Exactly, dog. When you get to a certain point, I'm not worried about. I'm not. Yeah. Okay. MOT shout outs for the truck industry.
You should be worried.
When you on this level, I'm not worried about niggas coming in trying to get these low ass, weak ass jobs. Like
you should be worried about it because it affects you at the end of the day when they keep
does
increasing.
not.
No, it literally does not. It literally does not.
As an employer, the higher you go up, if say okay, so he's trucking, right? And he's getting trucking gigs through brokers or whatnot, however he's doing it, right?
Gotta hustle.
No, I'm saying that's a good thing. But when they're raising the minimum wage, and if you're a trucker right now, everybody knows the gas prices are going up. The prices that they're paying you are going down. If you're a trucker right now, you know
all you hustlers, all you rich hustlers, when y'all going to Martha Vineyard this year? What's that?
Let me
the fuck, nigga? I'm not rich, nigga. I'm not rich, but I'm just saying I'm not worried about no $10 hour job. I'm not rich, nigga, but I'm not worried about no $10 hour job though. That's what I'm saying.
Think about it. Like I said,
I'm not worried about no $11 hour job, dude. Like,
hey, Ramil, let me give an example of how this could work. I pay my guys, my drivers $27 an hour. I pay the guys below them $25, and the new guys I pay $22 an hour. Now I got clients.
I'm here on the corner of MLK and Medgar Evers, and it's a very tranquil scene compared to just a couple hours ago where a drive-by shooting
just took place. Excuse me. I'm getting live updates as we speak. I've just been updated to the amount of casualties from this drive-by shooting, and I'm getting reports that 2 people were actually declared deceased and 27 others were shot and injured but are in stable condition. And although we must pray for the families of the fallen, we must also praise God for the aim of the super gremlin. If you want to know more about the victims of this crime, make sure you add BGZM News 17 on Patreon at www.patreon.com/blackgenzmindset. Also, don't forget to like the video, share the video, subscribe to the YouTube channel, and comment on the video to continue the discussion on how we can find solutions to all this gun violence in the streets. For more hard-hitting news coverage from the community, by the community, I'm Janquavius Jackson, here live, reporting from Atlanta, Georgia, BGZM News 17.
And cut.
All right, dog. Let's get the out of here before these niggas come back.
Whoa. Yo.
Whoa.
Ain't that nigga J?
Nah, that ain't me. That ain't me.
He just went live
that
with
ain't
that
me.
funky ass suit on.
That's that nigga. That's not me.
Hey, get that nigga.
Janquavius Jackson, here live, reporting from Atlanta, Georgia. Pray for me.
Client that if I could add another truck to my fleet, which means I have another client, which means overall each client that I add to my client list, I'm getting more money, which means I hire more guys. But not only that, I'm having overall more money coming in, which means I can pay those guys more. So I just went and got like another 2 clients over here in the East Bay. I hired 4 more guys, right? So in other words, you got to hustle. That's it. Go get more clients. Go get more resources in order to pay.
If you don't hustle, they gonna hustle.
About that shit.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
how's everybody doing?
What the fuck, nigga? You mute this nigga. This nigga finna have a. He finna telling himself, y'all ready for that thing tonight? Mute your mic, nigga.
yeah, but you gotta. Most times there's a system in place. You gotta figure out the system. If you're an entrepreneur, if you own a company or anything like that, you good to go. You have a system in place, and all you gotta do is work on you, your system, and how to expand that shit.
And stop worrying about everybody else who's losing.
You feel what I'm saying? And then you ain't gonna have all the money. Like I'm saying, if I'm adding another truck, I can keep taking less and less and less, pay those guys more.
That's what I'm saying. Say it again, sir.
Come to work on time. I got like one of the best crews in the industry that I'm in the Bay Area, and I created this industry.
And here's the thing, man.
You gotta really get out there and do your own thing, man. There's so much shit out there, but everybody can't do it. Everybody ain't doing it.
For the guy who just got you dropping that fact. Did the minimum wage affect the way you did business at all?
Nah. Matter of fact,
because he's a skill. He's got a skill. He's got a skilled labor. Exactly. But yo, I want brothers to buy strawberry fields, man. I want brothers to buy almond fields and
if I buy a strawberry field, I'm hiring the Mexicans because they got. I'm gonna pay. They gonna work for the. So it ain't gonna change nothing.
What would you hire niggas for,
price? No, you'll hire the best quality worker for the
man. You gonna hire your own people, man.
You're not gonna
fuck that. I learned. No, that shit dead. Y'all still with this blackity black shit. Yo, I don't learn. Y'all ain't fooling me. Y'all ain't fooling me no more. Y'all ain't fooling me with that shit no more. Fuck that. Y'all not fooling me. Fuck that, nigga. Fuck that.
I'm gonna put a sign outside of your farm.
Y'all ain't fooling me.
And don't even have black people picking berries.
Yep. Y'all can right.
That's working. I don't care about employing black people.
You're gonna hire the best.
I care about employing the best people I possibly could, man.
You know what it is. It doesn't matter the race. The thing is,
y'all do that stereotype shit, man. Y'all go fuck y'all.
That ain't stereotyping. I've been working with niggas my whole life. Let me say something, man. I don't work in so many. I don't work in a lot of different industries. I've been in cruise ships, construction industries, line cooks. I don't work side by side with the Mexicans and side by side with niggas, man. I know the deal. I ain't saying niggas don't work hard. I'm just saying when it comes down to the nitty, I learned my work ethic from the Mexicans, nigga. When I first started watching this way back, nigga, I learned.
Mexican nigga, then I don't know what kind of.
But they passing us up right now. They're passing us up right now. They're passing us up.
Work ethic.
They're passing us up, nigga. I learned how to grind from them niggas, dog.
There you go. We forgot how to grind.
I learned from them niggas, dog. When I seen Jorge doing them little techniques with the dishes, flipping that shit up, I was like, oh shit, I gotta catch up.
He learned his shit. This shit got a fucking plus card, yo.
I grew up around, so I don't know who the fuck.
And that's why you're here complaining. That's why you're here talking about they need to pay minimum wage. That's why, nigga. You need to go learn from the Mexicans, nigga. They shit.
I'm serious.
I learned a lot from them niggas. Man, how to grind, nigga.
About it, man. Go over there and practice some of that goddamn shit.
Nigga.
Remember, like, here's another thing that people don't get.
Shit, man.
Like,
I ain't gonna
they don't
put
go around other people.
no niggas, but they get down.
Go ahead, Motik.
They work, man. They fucking work.
Wow. Nice running from motherfuckers. Fuck them motherfuckers.
I mean, they learned from us too. They learned how to they learned the gang culture and took the shit over in California with their gangs. I mean, they learned too. So
they learn lowriders. They learn how to build lowriders from us, and then
but
here's the thing, man. Like,
go ahead, Motik.
As long as you keep making excuses for why people are at the bottom and why people are failing, they're not going to feel the full force of fucking failing, man. At the end of the day, every conversation about progress always gets sabotaged with all these bottom barrel motherfuckers who ain't doing shit and trying to disrupt conversations about progress. It's easy. It's simple. If you skill up, you will not be poor. Okay? If you keep giving your actual sperm to a fucking person who don't give a fuck about you, you're going to be fucked. You know, I had somebody ask me a dumbass question about how come productive men don't have no fucking more kids than other people. Like, dude, you don't have to produce a goddamn breeding farm to fucking compete with a breeding farm that's already there. The shit was ineffective. The only thing we got to do is skill up ourselves and let the motherfuckers who ain't got the skills complain about dumb shit. Like minimum wage and the sight of Mexicans being here means that you can't go pick up a fucking book and learn a goddamn skill that you know is out there. We ain't in the 1930s. We got the internet. We got phones in our hands and shit. Like, bro, there's literally no excuse for winning except for inaction. That's the excuse for winning. A lot of people
that's why I agree with MOT with 100%. That's what I'm at with it, man.
And if any immigration directly affects us in a negative way, it's the legal immigration. The tech jobs that are making $150,000, $200,000 an hour. That these skills are easily. First of all, our country gave the world the computer. Our country gave the world the internet. So there's nothing.
They better compete. Americans better start competing there for them jobs, from tech jobs.
From India and Pakistan and all these other countries to do these high-wage tech jobs when there's no reason why you can't train brothers in the United States to do it.
We live in a globalized
shit over there because it was cheap labor. I used to have a goddamn personal assistant out of fucking the Philippines. I paid $4 an hour to. I had him for over a year. And
but if you walk around,
and it was good for him. It's cheap labor. They gonna outsource it.
If you walk around Apple or Microsoft, and I have been around both of those campuses, man, everybody there is from India or Pakistan or whatever. They're making $150,000. They're making $150,000, $200,000.
I'm trying to worry about my household and my own.
What I'm saying is, we're underrepresented as black men. We're underrepresented.
Whose fault is that? I mean, the tech. Even if the tech guys be saying it's kind of over exaggerated because what's stopping an American from getting into tech right now? Like you got Take G right here. You got the CompTIA.
Absolutely.
I'm learning Java. I'm like halfway done learning Java. I don't even know if I'm gonna use this shit. I be having free time and shit. I mean, what's stopping? Well, it might be shit. But shit.
So you have to understand that there are people who want to move forward, and there's people who want to make excuses of how come they're never going to move forward. All right, that's what we got here, and it happens every single time. And this ain't the only time that this shit has happened. It's literally the same fucking arguments. It's
but I think both sides disregard each other. I think that those who on the successful side be like, "Fuck you, dumbass niggas, get your weight up, you dumbass."
Yeah. What's wrong with that? What's wrong with that? What's wrong with that?
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm saying, sir.
What's wrong with that,
sir? That's exactly what I'm saying. What's wrong with that thought process?
No, what happened was the brothers who quote unquote made it. No, I'm just saying, guys who have escalated financially, I guarantee they tried to hire black and do the blackity black shit first. I guarantee.
Yeah, we did.
And then they saw it wasn't working.
20 years ahead.
Hold on.
Yeah. I learned that lesson. The hard way.
They said, "Damn, I love my people, but I got to figure out how to make this work. Not just make this work with my people, but make it work." That's what the fuck happened. So, like, that's the
issue. When you hire somebody, like right now, I couldn't hire nobody in this generation, from this era, because there's a bunch of bitch-made ass motherfuckers.
Yes.
So I would only hire guys.
I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say that.
I come from a generation.
You've been giving their mama too much money.
Majority. I ain't saying that. I got an 18-year-old who traveled an hour and 15 minutes to come to work for me at 5 days a week. A young black dude. And he impressed the shit out of me.
That's one person.
Who does hands?
We got hustlers.
Who does hands-on work anymore?
I do. I own a moving company.
Bro, we talking about the young generation.
I own a moving company and a health center.
How young you talking? I got young black dudes who work for me. I got 15 employees. I got like 7 black dudes who work for me.
How many of them are black?
I got 7. I got 7 black dudes who work for me.
It doesn't even matter, man.
Let me say this. I didn't fired a lot of them. I fired a lot of them.
And they all come on time. They come to work on time.
This nigga's like, damn. He's like, black people come on time. This nigga acting like niggas.
I'm asking you not, but it's
not
like
I'm not.
All 7 of them come on time. Come on, bro.
Every time they
like, no, black people do the work now. I'm not. This nigga's like, they come on time and
they've been working for me for years. It's been a weeding out process.
You got a good thing going, brother. Keep that thing going. You got a great thing going.
Did you train them?
That's what I'm saying. So it's not important. Yeah, I train them. It's not impossible.
And how old are you, bro?
I'm 45. I'll be 45 this October.
You come from the generation, my generation, that we worked hard. They saw you. You trained them. That's fine. But we got something that's coming
and I really deal with them and have patience with explain shit to them.
It's like you cannot. It's like every damn thing is sensitive to them. You can't really have
Yeah.
You tell them, hey man, go over here and grab that.
Hey, but here's the thing: you gotta have patience. You gotta have patience. You gotta know how to talk to them. You gotta know how to deal with them. You gotta know how to relate to them.
Man, some of them little young motherfuckers will fuck up. They'll fuck up on purpose just to lower your expectations and shit.
Real business.
Correct. Gaslight you.
That's why you want to pay them less, because they now pulling their weight. Okay, I got you. I see
what's really going on? What's really going on?
Once you just get rid of
black people and Americans in general is entitled. Above all that minimum wage shit, what it is they don't want to do the hard work that the immigrants is doing. They want to have an easy job, and they want that easy job to pay for their whole lifestyle.
True. They don't.
No, I agree, and I agree with that.
They don't want to do that. And then you talk about patience. I'm telling you, I'm from the old school where them old men back in the day, it was no such word as patience. Get your ass out there.
That's true. The old man strength, they used to working on that.
You know, motherfuckers will tell you be like, you can't work me as a slave. The first thing they say, well, you better start singing "Oh Freedom." Get your ass out there. But nowadays, you tell them get their ass out there, they go to the union. This ain't right. This ain't right. Mama, this ain't right.
So then you can't be mad at the immigrants coming in and taking up. If you know niggas used to do that, niggas used to work hard. I remember my dad, you know what I'm saying, that little hard old black man worker ethic. I know about that. You know what I'm saying? But that shit gone now. So why niggas complaining when the immigrants want to go pick up the slack? If you just admitted that today's niggas ain't putting in that work, somebody got to pick up the slack to keep.
And whose fault is this?
It don't matter whose fault it is. I'm just saying. So if you said black people got lazier, then the immigrants coming in and picking up that slack shouldn't be a problem.
I'm gonna say this: in California, with the Mexicans, as it relates to the Mexicans, you got even Mexican niggas, and they act like niggas. But they different from the Mexicans that come straight over here that could barely speak English. But you got a whole batch of them, the kids of the first another wave of immigrants. But them motherfuckers is lazy, be on their phone all goddamn day, want to play games. They the same as niggas.
But I'm not saying
second generation. They be trifling in the motherfucker. Don't get confused. You pick up one of them second generation, a couple of them second generation fools up in front of a Home Depot, and then they be trifling as a motherfucker, man. You be having to kick their ass.
Man, this stream is probably going on Patreon. So let me see. Shout out to Jaquan. This is some, they call it racist. Shout out to, she said the top of class of
English as well as you do? Nah. They ain't the ones, man.
Oh yeah.
Ain't the ones to hire. The ones that can't talk to you at all. That's the ones to hire.
Yeah, you just showing the pictures. This is what I need done. You don't even talk. Shout out to Zero. It says stand-up IT is not a career for minimally qualified people. You have to math, logic, reason in the field. Basically, you have to use a box full of bitch repellent. Y'all stick to the field. You're comfortable with. Hey, shout out to Zero. Been a minute since Zero been in the building, man. Appreciate you coming through, man. Zero's, he be wilding. Hey, Zero done changed the whole shit around without even.
Now Ramil got me. I'm trying to throw a damn bash later on this next week. Now I gotta go hire me some Mexican workers. Now
nigga, you said the immigrants. I told you, dog. Makes sense. Now that you, bro. No, I'm telling y'all worried about this black shit, dog. Y'all gonna lose money and shit. Y'all gonna lose. Look, I fuck with the brothers, but come on, man. Like,
I'm gonna get somebody for $2 an hour now because of Ramil. I'm saying thank Ramil for your paycheck.
But I mean, you can do both. You ain't got to give up totally on the brothers. You just use the ones that that's good. They good.
I want to hire the. But I agree with you. See, that's what I'm saying about this bottom job shit. For this bottom shit, we shouldn't be worried about that. I should be hiring the black man to come, do the HVAC or some fix my computer shit like that. It shouldn't be a problem talking about they're coming over here doing the bottom of the bottom job. That's a problem. No, nigga, let them have that weak ass shit. We've been here for too long to be. No, we should be skilled up like MOT said. That's my opinion.
Well, you know what? I do believe that. Nowadays, there's no reason why none of these young brothers is getting into the fields to where they can make them some good money. They have the opportunity right now. Back then, I wish we could have.
I give my game away. I give my game away for free, and they can do this shit overnight.
They would have had half of this stuff out for us to get back then. But now brothers should not have no excuse to have nothing. You have a chance. You know, so yeah, I think it's the
but they keep
generational
telling they keep telling you don't have a chance. That's the thing.
Okay, well nobody tell me. Look, man, what we're finna do right here, man. Look, I'm about to get out of here, man, because I went way over.
Hey, man, well, I'm about to do a backup show or after stream of this. Man.
I'll put the link down there. So the after stream for this is about to be at Man of Tomorrow's channel. Y'all go over to his channel. He's gonna put the link down there, and the after stream gonna be over there.
Yeah, because we got to get this shit really under control. This is, because the people who can't move forward is going to firebomb every conversation about progress, man. Mm-hmm. Because the entire group isn't involved. Like, man, most of this shit is not a group effort, man. It's an individual effort, and that's what's supposed to make the group, not a group of failures who want to hold on to the group dynamic until like everybody's successful hired them, man. That's some fucking bullshit. But that's where we at, man. So let me create this thing right here on our stream and jump up on the panel, man, so that way we can talk about it. Because once you talk about the shit, and now we getting on the skills and abilities piece, the people who are continuously losing all the motherfuckers who believe in this bullshit, black family stupid shit, trying to get hoes straight, and all this other goofy shit that ain't got nothing to do with getting your fucking money right.
That's what I'm saying. I'm getting tired of this. You can put shit all the time, man. I'm saying
that we gotta stop conflating the top of us.
Your closing thoughts?
I'm gonna say we gotta stop conflating the top of us with the bottom of us, and the top guys who know how to make money and get money. If anything, we should be more responsible for what teaching other people how to do it, because there are others like us. And leave the bottom class alone, as you may call it, or not just disregard them, but let them do what they do if they too much to handle. But we are not the same, and we shouldn't have to conflate. We'll take their issues and throw it across all black people. Let's deal with what we dealing with. Let's talk about what we doing and leave them out of the whole conversation and see what we could get from there.
They'll call you a coon for saying that, though.
No, I'm far from.
Oh well, fuck.
I'm just saying that's what they'll call you.
I don't care what broke niggas. I appreciate you, successful victim. Salute to you. Who want to go next? Closing thoughts.
I'll go next. Great conversation. Always good to be here. Shout out to Ramil. You already know what it is. I'll probably join that stream, man, tomorrow, because definitely want to continue the conversation. But yeah, it's Black Gen Z Mindset. I'm out, y'all.
I appreciate you. Salute. See you, man. Go ahead.
Gang violence and other kind of violence.
Guess what? I could be at work, at school, in my car, and I can still get shot by the police. I can get shot anywhere.
So it is what it is.